Hi, my name is Rebecca and welcome to my channel. I put together an Easter charcuterie board for my family and they had so much fun with it. We're not even going to talk about the calories. Ain't nobody got time for that. So it's Easter, we're going to have fun, and it gave just a little bit of a spring Easter flair to our weekend. And so let me show you what I did. I went on the hunt for just the right charcuterie board, and I found this one at Burlington. And I thought that it would work perfectly for several different parties or events. It had what I call a no-brainer placement, and I thought that the little circles would be perfect for adding ramekins to it and give it a lot of character. But I'm going to use the back side of the board for this charcuterie placement, and it laid nice and flat. So it was very versatile. I found these cookie cutters on Temu for $1.28 for the 4 of them. And then I'm going to add in some Little Debbie cakes. I went to the Dollar Tree and I just stocked up on pretty festive Easter candy. And I bought several different kinds, chocolate and jelly beans and M&Ms and chocolate eggs and chocolate carrots and whatever I thought would be colorful and pretty. And I even bought some marshmallow fluffies that were bunnies and chicks. And I just wanted a big variety on my charcuterie board. Our family is really big on little candies and they like to graze. So I thought this would be perfect. I'm going to color some coconut. And I'm going to do this first because I'm going to set it off to the side and let it dry while I build my board. Very easy. You just need approximately a cup or however much that you're going to use. I'm going to make a bird's nest out of this. And so I used about a cup. I put it in a Ziploc bag and I tried really hard not to make a mess, but I put it in this Ziploc bag, and then I took some green food coloring and I put in the amount that I thought it would take to cover the coconut. All you have to do is close the Ziploc bag and then mush it in your fingers and make sure that that food coloring is integrated throughout the entire bag and everything is colored evenly and perfectly. It takes a little bit of time and you may have to add food coloring to it to get it the desired color, but it is a no mess, easy one-step way to color your coconut for cakes or like this charcuterie board. I poured it out on a foam plate or a paper plate, parchment paper, aluminum foil, whatever you have, and then I just set that over to the side to let it dry, and it came out the most beautiful, vibrant color. It only takes about 30 minutes to an hour for it to thoroughly dry, and then it won't come off on whatever you're doing. I'm going to use this chocolate bunny and use that right in the middle of my charcuterie board because Easter and chocolate bunnies just go hand in hand. I think what I love about a charcuterie board is that it is something that people can just graze on, but you can make it sweet or you can make it savory. And it looks like you have spent a lot of time on something when in reality you have not. They're very easy to put together. They also look very high-end. They look like you've put a lot of thought into it. Also, it just brings your party, or just like what I did, the weekend up a notch. You do not need to be a magnificent cook or enjoy spending time in the kitchen to put together a board that actually has a lot of your personality to it and can be a lot of fun. So even the cooking challenged individual or the people who just don't like to cook or be in the kitchen can bring something to your event or your party. That is a beautiful addition, and you do not need a lot of cooking skills to put one of these together. And it makes it something that anybody can enjoy doing. I used cookie cutters for this one so that it would separate out my candies and my goodies, and I thought that the Easter cookie cutters were so cute. And I just started filling them with some colored jelly beans, some M&Ms, some Reese's Pieces, orange carrot candies, and they actually just kind of brought a little bit of personality and fun to my charcuterie board. Once I had all of my little cookie cutters filled in with special candies, different candies, then I decided that I was going to border my charcuterie board with the Little Debbie cakes. That way, if I had any of the small candies, on my board, then I had something to keep everything together. I love Little Debbie cakes, and any excuse that I have to put a Little Debbie cake out for any holiday, I'm going to take it because I'm just a Little Debbie cake lover. I have purchased a couple of different kinds of Peeps, and so then I just kind of figured out where I wanted them and kind of put them temporarily. And everything I'm doing right now is temporary because I ended up cutting the Little Debbie cakes, the plastic off of the Little Debbie cakes, and then I decided on my border to put a Easter basket cake and then a spring butterfly cake. And I wasn't really worried about this staying fresh and something going bad because I knew it wasn't going to last very long. I started putting my bird's nest together, transferred my coconut from the plate over to my charcuterie board. At this point, it had sat and it had dried for about 30 minutes. So I was comfortable knowing that my color coconut would not stain the board at all, and it was nice and dry. I just made kind of a circle with the coconut, kind of raised it up on the sides and made kind of a well in the middle, and then I filled it with beautifully colored chocolate eggs. So if you see any strange little shadows over on the left side, that I don't have a ghost. I have a granddaughter that's waiting for me to finish this board so that she can dive into it. She would just come into my craft room, which is right off the kitchen, and she was coming into my craft room, checking on my progress, waiting for me very patiently to do what I was doing. And the sight of all that candy was just about to get the best of her. I'm telling you, she was so excited. So all those strange little shadows every now and then on my left side, that is her. She's just waiting, and she's watching and hopefully taking notes so that she could eventually build one of these boards on her own. You can build this however you like. I just started placing my candy and my little marshmallow fluffies here and there, and I put my Peeps in strategic places, and I wanted to spread the colors all around the board so everything was brightly colored with all the pinks and yellows and greens and purples. All of those spring colors just makes my heart happy. Another thing too that I really enjoy about doing a charcuterie board is that you don't have to have a big event or a party. You can just do this for some fun family time. Do it for a weekend and have something to nibble on and pick on, sweet or savory. And it's kind of a way to just bring everybody together. It's crafting with food, and it's making food fun. And I enjoy crafting. I love to DIY everything, and not just with the hot glue gun, but bringing some light, creative fun to my food as well. I get grandma points when I do things like this, so I like grandma points. Once I had the main elements of my board complete, I just went in and I filled in with M&Ms and jelly beans, and wherever I thought it needed a little extra spot of color, I just put a little bit of my candies here and there and kind of filled in. You could also do this with the coconut if you wanted to dye some more coconut and use that as a base as well. Really, the possibilities are endless, and you could get as creative as you wanted to. Whatever candies that I had left in the bag, I just thought whatever color it was, if that spot needed a little extra, color, or the board was shining through, then that's where I put my extra M&Ms and jelly beans and Reese's Pieces. This whole board cost less than $20 to make. I did have to go to the Dollar General and pick up the Little Debbie cakes, but everything else came from the Dollar Tree. It's just a fun little addition to add. It's a lot of fun for date night, or in my case, just because I had the grandkids over. It's a very cost-effective way to do something special and just kind of add a little bit of sparkle into your weekend or your weekday. Or if you're having an Easter celebration or a spring party, or you just need something a little bit extra, then the charcuterie board, I'm telling you, is the way to go. I had 3 bags of candy left over, and good thing I'm making Easter baskets here in a couple of days. But we enjoyed it so very much that I thought I would show you guys how easy it is to put one of these together and just brighten up a spot of your Easter celebration. By the end of the weekend, the board did not look like this. I'm telling you, it was demolished, it was over and done with, and everybody had a really good time. So crafting with food can be so much fun, and it's a very budget-friendly way to just bring a little happiness to your family. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell so that you know when I've uploaded my next video. Give me a thumbs up. And thank you so much for watching Crafts, Laughs, and Chaos.